Welcome to the Kingdom Podcast, featuring Commissioner Christine King, where all voices are heard.
Welcome to the Kingdom Podcast. I am your host, Christine King, Chairwoman of the City of Miami Commission and Commissioner for District 5. We are here today on location introducing our newest guest, Lieutenant Tina Guiler. Welcome to the Kingdom Podcast, where all voices are heard. I'm so happy to have you as a guest.
I am happy to be here.
Lieutenant Guiler is a 24-year veteran with the Miami-Dade County Fire Rescue Team. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being here. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you became a firefighter. What inspired you to become a firefighter?
Well, that's a great story because I never knew I could be a firefighter when I was growing up. I didn't even think about it. And then when I got in my teenage years, like 19, 20, I had met a group of friends, and they were probably like 10 years older than me. One used to actually babysit me when I was like 12, but they were all firefighters, and it was 5 women that I knew that were already firefighters. 4 of them worked for Miami-Dade Fire Rescue, and then 1 of them worked for Broward. And they just basically told me and a bunch of my other friends, you can be firefighters, why don't you do it? And I love adventure, I love helping people, so it was the great combination of the job, and I said, yeah, I'm gonna do it, so I did. And
That's
here I am,
fantastic
24
because
years later.
it is not, even today, it's not thought of as a traditional job for
Correct.
women.
Mhm.
And I promote the narrative that women can do anything. Girl power.
That's right.
We are making strides, breaking glass ceilings. So I'm so happy to introduce you to the Kingdom Podcast viewers and listeners. For those who don't know, you can also see the podcast on our YouTube channel, the City of Miami YouTube channel. Now, I see we have some beautiful dolls here. Can you tell us about these dolls
Yes.
and how they came to be?
So women only make up about 6% of all firefighters in the United States. So I get continually asked my whole career, are you really a firefighter? Or little kids will come up to me, even adults, and they'll say, I didn't know girls could be firefighters. So when they see the women in the fire service, they're like, wow, it really shocks them. So I wanted to figure out a way to change that, the perception of how people see the fire service, and let people know that women do this job. We in Miami-Dade County Fire Rescue, we have the most women in the entire country. We have 262 female firefighters.
Wow.
So that we're #1 leading department for women in the fire service. So a lot of other places around the country, they don't ever see women in the fire service. They don't see women firefighters. So I said, how am I going to change that? Make a doll. So that little kids, when they grow up, if they can see it, they can be it.
Absolutely, and that's such a great slogan. If you can see it, you can be it, and that's absolutely correct. I'm astounded to hear that there are only 6% of women firefighters in the country.
In the country, yeah. It's very little because women don't know they can be firefighters. They're not. You don't get raised saying, oh, you can be a firefighter. I mean, I didn't, and I work, for Miami. I mean, we're the 6th largest department, I think,
Right.
in the country, and people still ask me in Dade County, are you really a firefighter? They just don't believe it for whatever reason, because it is a hard job, but women do it, and we pass all the same tests the guys do. We take the physical agility tests like the guys do. We do everything the same way, so there's no favors, there's no nothing. We earn the job, we're there to work, and we're just as great as the guys.
That's incredible. What I love about your dolls are their ethnicity. They're multi-ethnic dolls. And how did you create them from inception to, are they in any stores?
They are in little mom and pop toy stores right now, specialty toy stores, or in fire stores. People have supply stores and they put them in there. They're actually on Amazon, but mostly I sell them through my website, which is firefighterdolls.com, very easy to remember. But I started it because back in 2013, there was a group page formed by a coworker of mine, and she called it Triple F. Triple F means Fierce Female Firefighters. And she started.
That's nice. Say that again. Fierce female firefighters.
That's correct.
Triple F.
Yes.
Got it.
Triple F. So she started the group page in 2013, and she was asking me for a long time to help her out with the group page. It's a private Facebook group page just to help female firefighters, talk about whatever issues we need to talk about, because sometimes we can't ask our fire brothers about certain things like, what kind of bra do you wear in a fire? Or how do you train this? Because the guys train differently than the women because we're built differently.
Right.
So there's a lot of inspiration and a lot of camaraderie on the FFF group page. I actually took it over in 2016, and I actually made a business out of it. And each doll has its own logo, but I would put the logos on T-shirts, decals, and challenge coins, and the women in the fire service would buy it, and people loved the logo. So when I came up with this idea, because for 24 years I keep getting asked, are you really a firefighter? Or I didn't know you could. I had a 40-year-old woman ask me the other day, I didn't know girls could be firefighters.
Wow.
And it's shocking to me because we have so many women in the fire service that around the country people just don't know.
And it's important to tell the story. It's important to share your experience because little girls are looking up to you. Little girls are looking up to us, and if the slogan you said, if you can
see it,
you can see it, you can be it. Yes, if you can see it, you can be it. So you said you're in mom and pop toy stores. Are you going to any national chains?
Yes. Actually, Walmart is very interested. I had an interview with them about a month ago, and they do want to put them into stores next year. So hopefully they'll be in. There's 3 different ones. You have, this is Molly, and this is Ember, and that one is Ash. So they all have different ethnicities. Ember and Ash are like fire reference names.
Ember, Ash.
And Molly, this one's the special one. She's actually named after the first known female firefighter in the United States back in 1815, named Molly Williams. Wow. So I dedicated this doll and the logo to her. Each doll has its own logo that matches the doll, and it's actually on the fire gear. And the gear comes off, the jacket comes off, she's got suspenders that work, pockets actually work.
Oh, wow.
It comes with a hood and a pair of gloves, and the axe is removable. So it's a really interactive doll for kids to play with and then figure out how the firefighters wear the gear. It also comes with a booklet that'll explain, it's a doll gear guide that actually explains how each piece of gear protects us in a fire. And then I got 2 inspirational quotes in there autographed by female firefighters so that it can keep them inspired as well.
I'm going to get one for my niece. I'm going to get one for my niece. They're so cute. They are so adorable. I'm also going to order some for our annual toy giveaways because we have an annual toy giveaway 2 in the district, one in Little Haiti and one Overtown. And I think I'm going to do it also in Liberty City, and I'm going to get some dolls. I
would love for you to do that. I'd love to give these dolls away. I do get companies sometimes to buy a bunch so that I can give them away.
We're going to put our order in because we're going to need a lot. We're going to put our order in.
I love it. It's been a really good response from the kids, too, since I've been doing this. They came out, Ember and Molly came out in the end of 2022. And then Ash, the blonde girl, she came out in 2023 in March. So they're very new. But these have gotten a great response. I had one mom come up to me when I was at like a trade show for kids, and I was wearing my gear and showing the dolls, and the mom comes running up to me with her 4-year-old child. She was 4 or 3, something in there, 4 probably, in a stroller, and she goes, oh my gosh, I can't believe you made these dolls. I got to tell you a story. And she kind of left her daughter a little bit further back, and she goes, I got to tell you this. I'm like, okay. And she goes, my daughter came up to me one day, and she goes, Mommy, I want to be a boy. And the mom was taken back, and she's like, why, honey? Why do you want to be a boy? And she goes, because I want to be a firefighter, and you have to be a boy to be a firefighter.
Oh.
And I just immediately just choked up and almost started crying just because this little girl thought she had to be a boy just to be a firefighter. So there's tons of I just changed that kid's life just by showing her the doll.
And did they take a doll?
Yeah, when she looked at the doll, it was almost like she was seeing a ghost. She really couldn't, because her mom, of course, told her she could be anything. But that's why you go back to the slogan, if they can see it, they can be it.
Yes.
So she looked at me and saw me as a firefighter, and she's like, wow, that's really cool. And then when she saw the doll, she just lit up like a Christmas tree, and you could see her brain thinking, like, you mean I can be a girl and a firefighter? So, like, I just changed a 4-year-old's life.
Oh, that is such a beautiful story.
It's such a great response from kids.
And
they just love them.
Firefighters, your job goes against your instinct. you run into a house that's burning instead of out of the house. What is that like for you? 'Cause I can't imagine.
Well, you get trained. So, running into a burning building is pretty much nothing for us because we're trained. We go into burning stuff all the time. We train in fire college. We train when we're out in the field. So really, it's just a memory thing. We're used to it, and we go in. We have the equipment. We know how it works, and we just put out the fire. We love doing that. That's like our favorite thing to do is put out fires. We don't like to see anybody hurt, of course, or see anybody lose their stuff, but we enjoy the job. It's a great job, and the reward is just amazing. Being able to save people's homes and properties, rescue them, save their lives. I mean, we do more stuff than just fire. We do EMS as well. I'm a paramedic, so
you're also a paramedic.
Yes, and I've saved lives that way too. CPR, bring people back, and it's amazing.
And that's absolutely a job that you can't do it unless you love it.
Yeah.
This isn't a 9 to 5 clock in, clock out job.
It's a calling, really. I mean, I don't know if could say I was born to be a firefighter, but after doing the job, I'm like, yeah, I was born to be a firefighter because you just feel it in your bones. It's a job you want to do, you love doing, and you'll do anything for the job, which is risking your own life.
That is true.
So we do that every day.
And you can't teach that.
Yeah.
You can't learn that. There's no amount of training that you can get if that's not who you are, if it's not innate in you, if it's not who you are supposed to. You can't teach me to run into a burning building. I mean, I would run into a burning building to save my family. Other than that extreme scenario, I'm not sure if I have what it takes to really do that. And I applaud you guys. I support our fire department. I love our fire department. The City of Miami Fire Department, those guys and gals are amazing. They're amazing individuals. And, the work that you do is so needed. You oftentimes don't get the recognition that you should get. And I know it couldn't have been easy being a trailblazer, making the way for other women like yourselves. Do you also go maybe like to schools on career day? And
yeah, so in the fire service we do a lot of demos for schools and stuff like that, and we take the fire truck over there when we're working and we show the kids the hoses, we show them all the equipment, and so we've done a lot of that. I have been to a couple schools with the dolls so far, just to show them that women can do this job, and the kids are just like going crazy over it. Little girls just like, wow, I can be a firefighter. I want to be a firefighter. I've never heard so many little girls say they wanted to be a firefighter before until I started doing this. Because mostly they come to me and say, I didn't know girls could be firefighters. So when I put these out, the moms will come up to me or the little girls will come up to me and say, I want to be a firefighter too. And it's so heartwarming and so cute to see. I never could have imagined the response that I've got from these dolls. It's been so cool to see.
I love it. What do you do with the proceeds of the dolls?
Yeah, so back in 2018, I ended up having breast cancer, and I'm a survivor now, 5 years cancer-free.
Amen.
Thank God.
Amen.
So back in 2020, I actually started a foundation. It's a 501c3 foundation called the FFF Foundation. That was right before the dolls, and I started that to help other firefighters that are going through cancer or on-the-job injuries. We also do put some women through training to prolong their careers, to get different jobs in the fire service. So we do help with that as well. But a portion of these proceeds from the dolls goes to the FFF Foundation. So it really helps firefighters in need. So it's a real full circle. It shows kids that they can do the job, and little girls can play with the hair, play with the doll, learn about what a firefighter does.
Let
and
me
how
see,
the
Miss
gear.
Molly.
Sure. So this is Molly.
Look at Miss Molly.
Isn't she cute?
Look at her.
And the gear, the jacket comes off.
Oh.
And she's got little gloves and everything. I mean, it's the cutest thing. It's the most authentic female firefighter doll you'll ever
Look
find.
at that.
And her
Aw.
logo is all over her gear.
Yes.
So that's
Triple
the Molly.
F.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely going to get this for Lyric. That's my niece.
And the hair's, pretty realistic for a doll.
Mm-hmm.
So they can style the hair any way they want, because little girls love to play with hair. So that's why
I'm
going to
get it for my other nieces too. I have Lyric, I have Avery, and Summer, and Ryan, my baby.
Ryan, there you go.
Ryan is the baby. So I have 3 little nieces that would love to.
And what's also cool about these dolls is other firefighters that buy these dolls when they have children, they can actually give these dolls to their kids, to their
Yes.
daughters, and a lot of boys have them too, because moms are firefighters, and they'll give it to their son, and it's a mommy doll or a daddy doll. So when they go
Right.
on shift and
Right.
they're missing mommy or daddy, they
They
can
can
hug the
hug,
doll
snuggle
and
with the
keep it
doll.
close to them, because they'll think they're, make it feel like daddy or mommy is home with them.
Because you're on 24 hours a day, right?
Yes.
You're
It could be
on-
24, 48, or 72, depending on each department is different.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. I love it.
So it's great for firefighter kids too.
It is a sense of comfort.
Yes.
That was very thoughtful. And I love that some of the proceeds are going to your foundation because that's important. My father is a breast cancer survivor, double mastectomy.
Wow.
He is also a 5-year survivor.
That's awesome.
Yes, that he got the 5-year mark 2023, December 2023.
That's great.
Yeah, and I went through that experience with him, and we do our team promote free mammograms because
nice.
early detection saves lives.
Yep, I constantly put out there, girls get checked. Don't wait. I actually waited 3 years. My mom had cancer. It wasn't breast cancer. She had 3 different other cancers, and I knew she was going to pass away from that. So I was taking care of her and my elderly grandparents, and I missed my mammogram for 3 years.
Wow.
Because I was taking care of them and working and just couldn't, me and my mom fought cancer together. So, yeah. But she passed away in 2020. But yeah, these dolls are doing a lot of good, not only making little kids happy, but it's also helping firefighters in need. We have a board of all women firefighters and 1 EMS, and we vote on any application that comes in, and we've helped about 25 women right now.
Wow,
That
that
are
is
going through various different things, cancer, on-the-job injuries. One firefighter got hurt, a couple of them got hurt on the job, so we're able to help them financially, through this hard time. So it's really cool that I can not only make this firefighter doll and make little girls' dreams come true, but that I can help other firefighters while I'm doing it. It's really just a full circle.
What a
feeling.
phenomenal story. That is such a fun, it's just giving.
Yes.
Giving. This is the gift that keeps on giving.
Yep.
And I applaud you from taking that seed and growing it into this, taking that dream, and it's doing so many wonderful things.
Yes.
Now, we have a segment in my podcast, and my podcast is over a year old now. I've been doing it for a year now, and I think it gets better every time we film it. I have no experience in doing a podcast or anything like that, so I'm really learning as I go. But we have this special round where I ask you 5 questions and you just kind of answer off the top of your head.
Okay.
And I'm changing it up now. I'm playing with it. What would you say is your fondest childhood memory?
Let's see. It's a good one. I would say traveling. I did a lot of traveling with my parents, and that was very memorable. All the experiences you have when you see new places.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a favorite book?
A favorite book? There's so many books. I don't know if I have a favorite one. There's a new book that just came out. It's Girls Can Be Firefighters Too.
Okay.
So that's my new favorite book.
Okay. Do you have a theme song?
A theme song. Stronger by Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, okay.
Which I was on her show. She's super
Were
nice.
you?
Yeah, she's really, so her
Oh.
daughter actually has Molly. She's playing with Molly, but I
Okay.
just love that song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. We're going to have to tag the Kelly Clarkson show so she could see you on the podcast. If you could have dinner with anyone, living or dead, who would you choose to have dinner with?
Oprah.
Oprah Winfrey?
Yep, don't even have to think about that.
Really?
I love Oprah. I got to meet her once, and she was just electric. And I would love to just sit at dinner and talk to her because she's just so inspiring in what she does for women, not only everybody in the world, just who she is as a person. I just think she's amazing.
And we forgot to mention that this month is International Firefighters Month, correct?
Yes, well, May 4th. May 4th is actually International Firefighters Day.
Okay.
And the, last month was Women's History Month, but yeah.
Right.
It's coming up.
Right. So my last question, which I can answer it for you, it's what do you do that's dangerous? But obviously being a firefighter is dangerous.
Yeah.
So that's what you do that's dangerous. Is there anything else? Because that's pretty dangerous.
Dangerous. After 24 years of doing dangerous things, there's really not much else I can really do that would be dangerous, or that I'd want to do. Maybe skydiving one day, if I get the courage. I'll go into a burning building all day long, but skydiving, I've really not wanted to do that, but I think it would be a great experience.
It would be. My niece did it, and I was on the ground watching.
Yeah, exactly.
I was on the ground watching.
Why are you jumping out of a perfectly good plane? That's what I think every time.
Right. Well, thank you for being a guest on the Kingdom Podcast. We have again Lieutenant Tina Guiler from the Miami-Dade County Fire Rescue Department. 24 years of service. We thank you for your service. I love your dolls. Everyone, if you want to get a doll, you can get a doll from Amazon or the website.
Yep, firefighterdolls.com.
firefighterdolls.com. And that's another episode of the Kingdom Podcast in the can. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for having me. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.